Welcome back. Thanks to our sponsors for making this possible. Coach, as the athletic director, you're the man with the plan. And so you know pretty much what's going on sports-wise with most of TCPS. Tell us about the sports program and what TCPS offers.
Well, this spring, actually tomorrow, we have Meet the Eagles for our spring sports, and Coach Lowry will be introducing the baseball team and program. We also have Coach Milam, who leads our tennis program. We have Coach Mansell, who leads our fast-pitch softball program. We have Coach Carter, who leads our track program. And then a new sport for TCPS this spring will be golf, and Coach Hester will be leading the program there. Um, we offer an arrangement of sports. From in the fall, we have cross country, football, slow pitch softball, and cheerleading. See if there's something coaches come basketball in the winter, both girls and boys. Um, yes,
Some to do swimming as well.
Fall swimming, and I'm trying to think through those. Just
It's
to
a
be
good
sure
problem when you have a hard time remembering all of them.
At a 1A school, coach, and guys, that we offer, I hope, opportunities for all our student athletes to find some niche that they can plug into. And as you're mentioning something unique about TCPS, we have a multi-sport athlete. That's something that we're going to be dependent on. We need every athlete that we have to play multiple sports, sometimes in the same season. So as we launch into spring right now, again, we're excited about the potential of each of our programs. And I would mention that if you're around me long, you're going to hear about three areas: people, programs, and facilities. And in the people category, we're blessed to have coaches like Coach Lowry around us that keep moving TCPS forward here and in the community, and we're excited about what God's doing here.
Coach Bourne, with a growing school and just branching out more, with a very nice football facility as well and also a field, is there any plans in the future for baseball field, soccer field, a larger gym, or anything?
Great question. Great question.
Well, yes, those things are in the plans, and you're always putting those things before the proper committees and the board and the families. And James, to say that any of those sponsors that are out there and they want to write a nice check to help us build those, we're just donations away from making any of those things happen. And it just takes a lot of money to have those. You mentioned soccer. We do have a fine soccer field, and hopefully in the near future we'll be launching that program as well. It's just a numbers game. As I said, we're stretched with about 100 students in our 9th through 12th grades. You have to be a little bit patient in starting everything because you'll stretch your athletes so that they'd have a hard choice to make. So the soccer field's in place. So once that gets going, we're looking at the baseball field. The layout's there, the irrigation's there. We've got a drainage issue that we've got to be working on, but there are plans, there are talks, there are discussions, and we're ready for that to occur as soon as the Lord sees fit to deliver the funds to make it happen.
Speaking of funds, what would you say to people if they just want to donate? How would you feel about that? How would you encourage that?
I would say they would come up here to TCPS, and again, would love to show them around, dialogue with them, but at the end of the day, it's toward TCPS athletics. If you want to make a specific donation toward a particular sport, you can designate an area of interest. There are some parents that prefer baseball, and they're going to want to give to the baseball program. You have every right as a donor to tell us where you would like to direct your funds. But of course, it's very nice also as TCPS would go, whether it's athletics or as a school, to say, here is money, do with it what you need. And we take both. Again, anything that I could answer or help someone with, it would just be coming to the school or sending a donation to TCPS and get our address off the website at tcps.net, and please make it happen.
Coach Lowry, if there was a player who had a huge interest in baseball and they didn't have the funds to necessarily attend full time at school, would they have any way, opportunities, or anything that would help them have a chance to play baseball?
Specifically here at TCPS?
Yes, sir.
Well, I do know that, I mean, obviously, if they're in the school in general, that they've crossed the first hurdle. They have, obviously, tuition and things. There are financial aid out there available for families, specifically for baseball and what we do offer all of our athletes the opportunity to go out and sell ads, to do a lot of legwork, and just like this year, a lot of our guys had the opportunity. We gave them, if they sold so much, we gave so much back to them or paid for their equipment. So yes, we do have that structure in place that if you choose to be a part of the baseball team, if you work hard enough, you won't have to pay a dime to play baseball.
As a conversational question, what for both of you is your philosophy as a coach?
Philosophy, as a coach, you want your players to represent your character almost in kind of for me, I would love for the guys to represent the way I played the game. And, I'm very aggressive as a coach, I'm very aggressive on the field. Obviously, we go back into the Christian philosophy, making sure we're doing the right things, making the hard decisions, a great work ethic. I don't get too technical in my philosophy other than the grassroots, just get after it and have obviously a great attitude with what you're doing and be able to accept defeat and not get too high on ourselves when we do win, and make sure we're presenting ourselves in a Christian manner.
Now, I just tag team on that. I would say that our success as an athletic program won't be revealed until these young men become husbands, citizens in the community, leaders in their church, leaders in a home. That's the result. The end result would be that we are a part of, and that's the man side. That's the men. Same thing for a young lady that should be a godly young lady that can be seen as an asset to the community. And we're talking most specifically about a faith-based community. What are the things that go into shaping that is what he's talking about with even how we carry ourselves. In reporting to a coach, or me specifically, if they're not going to be at a practice. We try to encourage our guys to come face-to-face and let us know when they're not going to be at something. What that instills in you is accountability, that you let someone know why you're not going to be at something that maybe is an expectation. So we're intentional about even the little things that are asked to do, and hopefully shaping characteristics that are going to carry them throughout their life and their career.
About 5 minutes left. I just want to ask you both, starting with Coach Lowry, what is your favorite part of being a coach?
Growth, the opportunity to grow every day. That includes myself. I learn a lot from the young men that I coach. I learn through the scenarios we go throughout each day. Each day does present a different challenge. Just a few practices ago, the guys and myself, we circled around home plate hand in hand, and we've had a couple of obstacles already earlier in the season, before the season even starts, that we have to bond together and understand that the journey that we're on is not always wins and state championships. There's always the pits, and you're going to go up and down in sports, and it's just the way sports, it's the way it operates. And so it's so great for each challenge that it's something that even I, who've been in sports for years, it's something that I've not been through before, and I grow. And again, it is uh, the cliche of always sports is about life, but it absolutely is. It teaches you so much about how to meet challenges, make hard decisions, and so for me, it's to see these young men grow, as Coach Bowen was saying earlier, just to develop those characteristics, and in turn, myself continue to do so.
All right, Coach. We have about 2 minutes, and you've been a great inspiration to many people with what's going on with your wife. And there's probably many questions people want to know that of how they can help you and your family. So, closing, what would you say for people who want to help you and your family?
I guess we'll do a little self promo here. You know, I can't say enough about what this family at TCPS, my church at Trace Crossing, has done and the community has done. Not only, I don't want to leave out the community of Tupelo and this northeast region, the people that know us and have stepped up. We obviously have a benefit this Saturday night at 6 p.m. and that would not be possible. I honestly have not really raised hardly a finger to help with that, and that's been intentional. We've had such good people that they've just told us to relax, and so it's amazing at how the people that involved here have shown their servant leadership and accepted that call from God to help us out. So it's just on a simple note, just love on us as I love on you.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach Bourne. Thank you, Coach Lowry. You've been tuning in to TCPS News, and just tune in next week. We'll have more questions, and they'll have more answers for us. Thanks again. Thank you to our sponsors as well, and have a great day.